How's it going, Bears fans? Welcome back to the Beared Down podcast, where we talk everything Bears every day of the week. We have a very special uncut here for today. We're going to talk about Darnell Mooney today. We don't have that much content to put out to you guys today in terms of news. Not much going on. If you're watching the Hawks right now, they're playing Detroit, and the Bulls are as well at the United Center. So there's a couple of Chicago sports going on right now. Got to keep track of those. I know Jaylen's watching the game, but Hawks are looking good, and Chicago sports are making me a little bit happier than I was expecting them to right now. But I am joined today by my co-host, Jaylen McClinton. I do want to say before we jump into this, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and go down below. Leave a like for us, subscribe. We post Bears content pretty much every day of the week. We're really trying for you guys here. We're college students, so it gets a little difficult, and our schedules are pretty rough, but we always are here for you guys and trying to put out more content for you. I also want to say I am at my parents' right now, so my audio is going to be a little weird. So I apologize if the quality is not that good. Hopefully you're able to understand what I'm saying. But let's hop into this one. Jaylen, how are you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I haven't recorded with you guys in a long time. Like, it's gotten so bad. Like my family who watches the channel is like, why aren't you on? So. It was definitely time to come back. I miss recording, about the Bears. I've been paying attention to a lot of Bulls basketball, so it's finally, get to talk about the sport that I love the most.
Yeah, well, we miss you, man. We always, love being able to record for you guys, and certainly we've got our guys, and hopefully, again, we can. We had one earlier this season, or not this season. We had one earlier this year, a couple of weeks ago, where all of us were on, all four of us, Parth. That being Chris, Parth, Jaylen, and I. And hopefully we can do that again soon. At the time that you're watching this, we're recording at 8:46 p.m. On the 17th. And so we just uploaded, at the time that we were watching this yesterday, we uploaded our second mock draft, and that's with Chris and Jaylen. Chris and Parth. And we will probably do more of those down the road for the offseason, but Chris and I also did a mock draft a couple days ago, and it really did well. So we want to thank you guys for the support, first off. But let's jump right into it. So we're going to be talking about today if Darnell Mooney is going to be able to fill in as that wide receiver one. There could be potential with what's going on with the Bears this offseason. Allen Robinson is likely to be tagged and traded. We're not sure if that's 100%. There's still a lot of time. He could be signed at some point. Hopefully he is. I absolutely love him. Want to see him back here in 2021. But let's say hypothetically Allen Robinson is traded away from the Bears. Darnell Mooney had a very, very solid season in 2020, solidified himself as wide receiver 2, something that not a lot of us were expecting. Coming out of college, he, of course, was a fifth-round pick. Was not expected to have the impact on this team that he did. You saw players like Riley Ridley who haven't really gotten a shot to be able to prove themselves, and Mooney came straight in and showed that he is an absolute beast. So obviously looking at his stats in 2020, 61 receptions, 631 yards, and 4 touchdowns for the rookie. And we're assuming, I don't have the exact statistic on it, he has about a 63% catch rate, which is pretty good considering, not every target that he gets is going to be catchable. But I believe he has 1 drop, which was later in the season. And he was one of the only rookies who only had 1 drop. Had a phenomenal season. Jaylen, what do you think about Darnell Mooney? And do you think that he, if Allen Robinson does go, we'll discuss what we think could happen with Allen Robinson too, but if he does go, do you think Darnell Mooney has a shot to be able to really step into that role and solidify himself as a key wide receiver on this team and a key opponent?
Talking about Darnell Mooney, when we first drafted him, I made a bold prediction when we were reacting to the pick. I was like, he's going to be our wide receiver 3 over like Ted Ginn and some other pick, Javon Williams and stuff like that. And a lot of people thought that was bold. Chris told me it was going to be Ted again. Thank God he wasn't, because he was a bum for us. But I ended up still being wrong because he turned out to be our wide receiver 2 at the end of the season. He definitely produced over Anthony Miller, who was our second-round pick back in 2018. And I know a lot of us Bears fans expected him to have a huge year 3, and we just didn't see that happen. So, seeing Darnell Mooney gave us some more hope in that, in our wide receiver room. Obviously, we had Allen Robinson. He's one of the best wide receivers in the league. And Having a player like Darnell Mooney, he's very fast, very nice route runner. He cooked up one of the best corners in the league in Jalen Ramsey, but you technically never seen that because Nick Foles overthrew him. That whole game. It's a lot of times that Darnell Mooney was open and he just got overthrown. So I don't know how you overthrow a person with that type of speed, but Mitchell and Foles did it multiple times this season. So I can't wait till we get a quarterback, an accurate quarterback that can hit him because Darnell Mooney possibly could have had near over 1,000 yards or very close to it if he was able to haul in some of those deep balls that he got. So Darnell Mooney was one of our best options. He's going to be one of our best players next season. Even if Allen Robinson is here, I expect him to get better. Not we can't complain about how the production we got out of our fifth round draft pick. Like Darnell Mooney. So definitely excited for him. I'm happy that we got him. He was definitely a steal. This whole draft class for Pace was one of his best since like 2017. Where he drafted Eddie, Tariq and Mitch. So like I said, I'm very excited to see what Darnell Mooney does. And that's about it.
And Darnell is definitely the third best option on this team. Obviously, you've got David Montgomery and Allen Robinson, and then it has to be Darnell Mooney.
Yeah.
And then you could probably put up Jimmy Graham, who was extremely lethal in the red zone this season. But other than that, obviously, didn't pick up that many yards. But I love Jimmy Graham. Was a great target this season. Pretty much unstoppable in the red zone. And that's saying, Allen Robinson is too. So that's two big threats that if you get them in the red zone, you're likely scoring. And so that was really awesome to see him, Darnell Mooney, that is, in the year that he had, be able to step up. But we're unsure what's going to happen this offseason. Like I said, Allen Robinson is likely, where we've heard rumors throughout the whole season that he could be tagged and traded. There's a couple of optimal landing spots for him, like Baltimore and a few others. But, I think that what you were saying about having an accurate quarterback, Jaylen, is going to be so important. And not only just for Darnell Mooney, but if you bring in someone that Allen Robinson deems would be a great option for him as well, there's a chance that he could potentially stay on the franchise tag. Hopefully it doesn't come to that. I hope we figure out some deal and so that he doesn't have to pay on the tag. But, imagine getting Allen Robinson a top 10 quarterback, which I don't think that's possible. But, I don't think Deshaun Watson is an actual option. I would give it a 15% chance. But, if you give him a quarterback of that caliber, it would be insane to see what he could do. Allen Robinson is, in my opinion, you could argue a top 5 receiver or top 7 at least, and that's with the quarterbacks and the poor offenses that he's had during his time. You saw Justin Jefferson, another rookie this season, breaking records, Randy Moss's record for the Vikings, in fact, and Kirk Cousins, and I don't think Kirk Cousins is that great of a quarterback, but that offense is obviously a lot more efficient. Justin Jefferson had a great season as well. I'd like to see Darnell Mooney next season be able to step up into a role like he had, and he really filled out very well for the Vikings. So definitely a pick that many Bears fans, we love his speed coming out of college, Darnell, that is. And we just weren't expecting him to solidify himself as wide receiver too. We thought Anthony Miller was going to be great for us this season. Had a disappointing season. We're not sure what's going to happen with that. Potentially could be traded away for a 5th or 6th round pick, you could see, or something like that. And we'll have to keep following that. But Darnell Mooney is going to surely have to step up big time in 2021. And Jaylen, do you think let's give a quick stat prediction. Do you think Darnell Mooney is going to get over 800 yards next season?
800 yards? He had,
631. Yep.
Yeah, so like I said, if he catches some of those deep balls that was overthrown or multiple times, then definitely he would have had over 800 yards. Or he definitely had something close to it. So, like I said, if we have an accurate quarterback or a quarterback that can just deliver the wide receivers the ball accurately every single time, I definitely feel like he can have over 800 yards. He's a great route runner. He runs a 4.3. With that type of speed and that type of quickness on his routes, it's definitely hard for him to guard for you to guard him as a cornerback. So I definitely feel like he can have over 800 yards.
And you have to keep in mind, Darnell Mooney's role certainly increased throughout the season. Same with Cole Kmet, the other rookie that the Bears drafted, the tight end out of Notre Dame. He saw an increased role as the season went on. The main option for tight end was Jimmy Graham. And then obviously, like I said, Cole Kmet had some great plays. Looks very promising as well. Hopefully that pans out, continues to pan out. He had a good season too. not as impressive as Darnell Mooney, but that's saying something because Darnell Mooney had a great season. And again, I think, if you're able to get the ball to him more, much earlier in the season, you saw first couple of games he was getting around 3 receptions, and that's pretty much all he was targeted for. And so hopefully, he's able to be used down the field more. I think those first couple of games he was using a lot of screen plays, bubbles. I'd like to see him get down the field more and continue to be used in that fashion because, you saw flashes like against Green Bay, that 53-yard throw from Mitch in the last regular season game, Week 17, deep ball. That's what you use him for, and he certainly missed out on him in the playoffs. I think if we had him and Roquan Smith, we would have won that game against the Saints. I'm not sure, but
I'm gonna say this: if Darnell Mooney plays that game, that ball to jump, that was a dot by Mitchell Trubisky, is not to Javon.
That would have been Darnell Mooney's ball for sure.
And I'm pretty sure Darnell, who only dropped one ball the whole season, would have caught that. That was an absolute dot.
But not only, I'm saying like that route would have been Darnell Mooney's. Like I think that he was filling in for that because
even if we would have still, I don't know. The offense was just stagnant in that game. The defense played well, but we definitely would have had a chance at it though. We scored, we lost 21-9 or something like that. So
we technically only put up 3, yeah.
But technically only put up 3 points. We scored that last touchdown literally at the end of the game. So I definitely think that the score would have been a lot of closer than what it actually was. But who knows? It's the NFL. Those 2 players, especially Roquan, contributed a lot to our season. So who knows?
The rookies are really promising right now in Chicago. Patrick Williams for the Bulls, Darnell Mooney for the Bears, and then Cole Kmet for the Bears. A few of the Hawks rookies are looking good. I'm getting a little bit off track here, but regardless, I think Chicago sports are pretty interesting to watch right now. The second half of the season for the Bears in 2020 was certainly a lot more fun than the first half, and that's saying, of course, after the 6-game losing streak. But just the way that Darnell Mooney filled in, it was really awesome to see. I love him, and I hope that he continues that success in 2021. And hopefully, he has a great season. We'll see what happens with Allen Robinson here, or if the Bears are going to reach for somebody, and who specifically is going to be the quarterback for the Chicago Bears in 2021. But that'll pretty much do it for us, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. Again, if you're new here, please go down below, like, and subscribe. We post content pretty much every day of the week. We're going to keep pushing it out here, but Jaylen, got any last words?
It feels good to be back. Hopefully, we can start recording more videos. It's the off season, and off season, up until around draft time, when rumors start coming out, it's not really much to talk about. So, hopefully, we can stay consistent with posting. But this is definitely the hardest time of the NFL season for us.
Yeah, February is just the part of sports, like, it's just getting over the hump. February is very difficult.
And also during the summertime, after the draft and free agency and stuff like that, it's like not much to talk about.
Right, especially, after the Super Bowl, you kind of are in that lull. Basketball's obviously on right now, which is great, but it's not playoffs or anything very exciting. So, but that'll pretty much do it for us, guys. Thank you very much again. If you want more content from us, please go down below, subscribe. And if you want to find our social media pages, they will be down in the description below. But again, thank you guys very much for tuning in, and we'll see you guys in the next one.